This is not a 100% Kamal film. This is Lokesh's film. Look out for a very dhakad female agent in the film who stole the show in 2 minutes. Something Kangna couldn't probably do in 2 hours. Finally, June 3 came and Vikram arrived after a lot of anticipation. I had a busy day, so I could only have chosen one film out of the three big releases yesterday, and of course, Vikram had to be the one because it had a lot of things going in its favor. The cast with three of India's best actors, the music, especially the Vikram theme, and of course, the director, his past record, and experiencing a Tamil film in Tamil among Tamil audiences with all the hoots and whistles and claps and whatnot to get that proper cinematic experience. And did I make the right decision? Let's deep dive into the review. Aramikkalangla. So first of all, if you're going into this film thinking this is an out and out Kamal Haasan film, then you're in for a surprise because this is as much a Kamal Haasan film as it's Lokesh's. It is as much a Vijay Sethupathi film as it's Fahadh Faasil's. Kamal Haasan, the legend that he is in Indian cinema, he's returning to the big screen after a gap of 4 years, but he just lets these new generation boys have some fun and himself takes a back seat, which shows how secure he is as an artist and how he supports the new age contemporary filmmakers and co-actors. Oh, and pro tip, if you have not seen Kaidi, which I think is still Lokesh's best film till date, you have to watch it first because there are some references from Kaidi in Vikram, and I think Lokesh is definitely taking us step by step into his own cinematic universe, and which in itself is a mouth-watering idea. You know how people have been saying that this is a 100% Lokesh film compared to Master, which was 50% Lokesh and 50% Vijay. There is a reason behind it. First of all, he himself admits that he's a proper fanboy of Kamal Haasan, and this is kind of like his tribute to the big man with reference to the old 80s Vikram in this new 2022 Vikram. The first half lets you into Lokesh's vision and his world slowly and steadily because there's a lot happening and you need some time and attention to actually process everything at the beginning, and by the time you are introduced to Fahad playing Amar and Vijay Sethupathi playing Santanam, you get an idea sort of what's happening, but you really do not know what's going to happen. And that's the genius of somebody like Lokesh, who brings all these three main characters at the same juncture by the interval, and that for me made the first half quite engaging. Second half is literally all guns blazing. I mean, if Anirudh's background score elevated the first half to Vera level, the second half goes all out mass, courtesy the gunshots and the explosions, and it's like even PUBG would want to look at the weaponry on offer here and introduce some of them in their next update, especially the climax bazooka. I mean, I don't even know what else to call it. It was probably the only thing left before they had to go and get a tank. But it's not only violence in the second half. I mean, of course, there is some logic and reasoning behind it, why all hell breaks loose. But the film is actually almost 3 hours long, and I felt at least 20-25 minutes could have been edited out to make it crisper rather than dragging some fight sequences for way too long. Even though the camera work and those sequences are actually a treat to your eyes, but how much fight is too much fight really? It all comes down to that. You know, when the trailer had come, I had actually predicted that Vikram might be that little kid's name, and I was partly right. If you have seen the film, you would understand what I'm saying. And that kid has such a pivotal role in the film around whom Kamal Haasan's character's life revolves. And Fahadh Faasil gets a more meaty storyline and arc as Amar, both on professional and personal front. And the scenes where he breaks down, shows his vulnerability and emotions, really made him stand out in the film. Vijay Sethupathi actually surprised me the most this time because he had become a little repetitive in the recent past, and here it seems like he worked quite hard on giving us something different as Pablo Escobar of Chennai, who runs a meth lab, something like Heisenberg from Breaking Bad, and has a very peculiar look with a couple of golden teeth that add a lot of character to his look, and his transformation after consuming the drugs is absolutely top notch. I mean, it really shows the skill of the actor, how easily he becomes almost an alter ego of himself, which is scarier than Santanam the family man. A role and a character like this for Kamal sir is cakewalk. I mean, I'm not sure if there was something really challenging for him in this film. Maybe the stunts or some dance move at this age, but other than that, he lived this character with ease and finesse. But then again, as I said, he wasn't on forefront in this film. This is not a 100% Kamal film. This is Lokesh's film. This is Lokesh Kanagaraj's time on the driver's seat. And the fact that Kamal Haasan lets him drive the way he wants, wherever he wants, opens up some great endless possibilities for a sequel with Surya appearing at the end in a never seen before avatar. Oh, by the way, Surya wasn't the biggest surprise for me in the film. Look out for a very Dhakar female agent in the film who stole the show in 2 minutes. Something Kangna couldn't probably do in 2 hours. So that was Vikram. Let me know in the comments what you felt about it. Thanks for tuning in to All Things Cinema podcast. Until then, keep subscribing and thank you for watching.